Hello everyone, Taylorson here, and welcome to our Tour de France playthrough on the Tour de France 2026 game. The GC is on your screen at the moment, but that shouldn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because today is a day for the sprinters. We start in Chambéry and we go for 180 kilometres in what is the last opportunity for the pure sprinters to get a win. We go back to the mountains after this stage, and Montmartre might be difficult for the pure sprinters.
Hello everyone. After yesterday's time trial, today we have a finish that should be a showcase for the sprinters. By mentioning the speed demons of the peloton, you might think it's a stage without any major climbing. But any rider who wants to be part of the sprint in Voiron will need to dig deep in the Col des Prés and Col de Couz climbs. If they manage that, their teammates will then have 90 kilometres left to catch the breakaway.
It's a flat stage, you know what that means. We've got Matthias Vacek in a breakaway, and Kirsch, Ballerini, Trentin, Gradek and Oliveira have joined him for a group of 6 at the front of the race, and we've been given a gap by the peloton, so this will be the breakaway. But yesterday, what a stage it was. Remco Evenepoel absolutely blowing the doors off the time trial, and I don't think, had Jonas been at this race, he'd have got anywhere near him. I think he'd have probably put 30 seconds into Jonas. Skjelmoser as well did a very good time trial in my books, but I am slightly sad that Florian Lipovic has abandoned. Anyway, a far more important race is ongoing at the moment, and Kirsch is attacking early for the King of the Mountains points. We're going to try and get in the wheel of the Luxembourg rider, and Gradek has already given way. I need this group to stay together because it could be a chance for the breakaway both in real life and on this stage today. So I kind of need them to stay together so that we can work together and hold off the peloton for as long as possible, because the gap is already 5 minutes as we go across the line and take the King of the Mountains points with Matthias Vacek. Our goal is to just stay out front for as long as possible, because there are some challengers now to the combativity prize overall. The likes of Damiano Caruso being in so many mountain breakaways is posing us problems, so we need to stay out front for as long as we possibly can. Speaking of hanging on, my fantasy team is absolutely hanging on at the moment. Jonas Vingegaard's abandonment has meant that we've got no credits to transfer him out, so we are down to 7 riders for the rest of this tour. Tadej Pogacar will still be getting us plenty of points. Isaac Del Toro will be the same, especially if Pogacar keeps riding for him like he has been in the past couple of stages. Bourdin is getting a couple of points here and there, as is Canter, whereas Dont, Van Aertsveld and Javier Romo are beginning to struggle. And that has meant that Lucas has gone ahead of us in the Fantasy League. Only by a small amount. I think he is still catchable, but if he keeps on going at the rate he is at the moment, I think we might be in trouble. On to the second climb of the day then, and I think today's stage is going to go to a breakaway. If enough riders get up the road, and enough good riders get up the road, it should be a fairly simple win. But you never really know now with the way UAE pace for the team classification. And also, some sprinters are without victory still. I'm thinking the likes of Jasper Philipsen, because Olav Kooij and Tim Merlier have dominated. Biniam Girmay probably wants a win as well, so he might even go in the breakaway. We might see the sprinters in the break, but 1 kilometre to go until the top of the climb, and we've come forward to hopefully go and take these points. If you want to know my pick for the stage, I think this could be a day for Filippo Ganna in the breakaway, attacking away and holding off till the line, and it looks like the group have let me have these points, so it's another point for Matthias Vacek, and now it is just an intermediate sprint and then the stage finish left, so we will soon be drawing our attention to Mads Pedersen in the green jersey. Heading towards the intermediate sprint in the breakaway then, and we have Matthias Vacek on the wheel of Matteo Trentin because my sports director believes that he is the best sprinter in this group. I think it will be a close battle between him and Ballerini, depending on if everybody goes for the sprint, because both of those riders have been sprinters in a past life. Ballerini for Quick-Step, Trentin for the likes of Mitchelton, Scott and CCC back in the day, but under 1 kilometre to go, and we're going to spark it because nobody else is willing to go. They're actually all willing to sit on the wheel and try and come around using the momentum. Kirsch on the left-hand side, Ballerini and Trentin on the right, and we were way too early with our bike throw there. Trentin wins the intermediate sprint. Well, it was 3 minutes with 60 kilometres to go, and it's 1 minute with 5 kilometres to go to the breakaway, and I think Matthias Vacek has enough in the tank to take this one all the way to the line. So I'm going to take my turbo gel, and we are going to attack on this final short rise to the finish, and we've immediately got ourselves a gap. Let's see if we can hold out. It's been 11 years since we had a Czech winner of a Tour de France stage, and in that one, Zdeněk Stybar held off the sprinters and got to the line first from a late breakaway. This one has been a very early breakaway from Matthias Vacek, but at the moment he is continuing to hold on at the front of the race. The peloton, though, are increasing the speed behind, and plenty of sprinters' teams are towards the front. Vacek continues, under 1 kilometre to go, but NSN are absolutely flying into the city. Vacek, though, is tying up, and it might just be a case that he runs out of road. Or will the peloton run out of road trying to catch him? Forward come the sprinters. Green jersey Mad Pedersen is sprinting, but he can't get there. His teammate takes the stage win. Stage 17 belongs to the breakaway, but solely belongs to Matthias Vacek. None of the rest of the breakaway could hold on ahead of the peloton, apart from the Czech national champion. Schoens, Skjelmose, Pedersen, Ayuso. This is Lidl Trek's 5th stage winner at this Tour de France, and we are getting ever closer to completing the set with our team. Matthias Vacek wins stage 17 ahead of Jasper Philipsen in 2nd and Mads Pedersen in 3rd, with Grodon and Guillemai rounding out the top 5. Once again, another 3rd place for Mads Pedersen, but that moves him to the top of the points classification, and he increases his lead on Tadej Pogacar. 62 points now separates the Slovenian and the Danish rider. Guillemai in 3rd at 2:04. But that's where we will end today's video. We will go into the mountains for the rest of this Tour de France until the final stage on Montmartre. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Stay safe, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.